I had a privilege to interview Ben Johnston, who is a PhD student at the University of Texas Southwestern. And what I'll be presenting is how to inspire innovation using a TEDx event. And so a TED event, if people are aware of, is as TED essentially stands for Technology, Entertainment, Design. It was founded in 1984, and it was an event, a one-time event that emphasized technology and design. And it was a conference where you got a lot of interesting speakers that talked about specifically the emphasis, again, was on science, technology, and design. But however, in 2009, TEDx began where people can, it just doesn't have to be universities, it could be anybody, literally, who would want to start up basically an organization where people come together and talk about anything. The topics can be anything. And Ben, when I was interviewing him, he didn't really seem to like the idea of, I asked him what was his theme of his TEDx event, and he was telling me that he didn't really focus on theme. He just wanted to get the most interesting speakers on his campus that were that spoke in ranges from I guess science to innovation to, there was actually an interesting magician that came on campus, and people really enjoyed that as well. So, but importantly though, what TEDx is that, again, it's about inviting different speakers to allow a very enthusiastic talk to inspire whatever they wish to inspire. Now, the TEDx event can be organized to what you want to curtail it to. So essentially, in this case, we're interested in innovation. And so essentially how to start one on campus, it would be you have to go to this website, the TED website, and actually apply online for it to get a granted license. Once you have a license, then you can be sponsored as a TEDx event. And TEDx essentially gives you great street cred and great publicity for people to want to come to your event. And so the need and goal, essentially, it's there to inspire and get ideas across, interesting ideas from hopefully your great and fantastic speakers that you've been able to contact and be able to, for people to attend. And if you're doing this on a university, then your audience is going to be essentially mostly, I guess, people you're contacting are the students on campus. Of course, faculty would be interested. And of course, a university is always surrounded by, and a community, so people from the community as well might be interested as well coming to the event. And the speakers, again, that's all based on how you want the event to be run. So in an innovative type event, it may be wise to talk to previous entrepreneurs or certain faculty members from other universities or people who run businesses. You can have Humira come and give a talk. But that's essentially how it's set up. And the great thing about the speakers is, again, in a TEDx event, there is no cost for the speakers. So they're not allowed to accept any money. They come on their own will. And actually, Ben said he didn't have any problem getting speakers because it was a TEDx event. It was that TED credibility that you get. And actually, he got a lot of emails from different speakers that were still interested in coming down and doing the event. So just getting the license and advertising that you are a TEDx event is already great in itself to get a lot of publicity. The date's important, especially if you're trying to get as many people in the audience as possible, and especially a target audience. Ben said definitely do not put it around, especially if it's not a university, don't put it around like, say, the NCAA basketball tournament, a Super Bowl or something on that weekend. But he said a weekend would be good. He did said like a free Saturday, something that where everybody can come and see the event. And as far as fundraising and sponsorships, he was able to collect some money from the university, and then also sponsors as well were interested. Basically, him and his team, they called up certain sponsors, and of course they said yes, they'd like to help out in the TEDx event. So he was able to reach about $6,000 to $7,000 for his event. Mainly, though, because he really wanted to provide a nice lunch to the audience, especially the students that came, and that was kind of an enticing thing for them to come to. But they also enjoyed the speakers as well. The space, especially if you're doing it at university, make sure, and you're expecting a large crowd, a nice, good auditorium would do. But essentially, the promotion, I'd like to, promoting of the event, and the event logistics are very important, especially if, traditionally what a TEDx event is that the speakers, why they want to come and speak is because they are going to gain publicity themselves. Not only are they speaking at an interesting audience, but they are also, it's been traditional that they've been filmed and streamed online. So getting a good camera crew for that, for the event is important. And so media capture is kind of what entices speakers to come to the TEDx event. Because it's also great credibility for them as well as great credibility for anyone hosting the event as well. And sustainability and planning for future events. Ben was saying it's important to have a great super team, just like if you're going to do a startup or a business, a team is important. For him, he was telling me that the event, it came from advertising, setting up a website, dealing with the budget. Those are all important things, as well as organizing the event. So a great super team is definitely needed if you're planning to make a large TEDx event. And so if one is going to graduate, make sure you have someone to replace you in that super team. And and again, that's pretty much also part of the lessons learned and tips. Is he really emphasized the super team, especially trying to, for advertising. He's developed T-shirts as advertising for that, and also getting the right film crew to film and stream the events in a professional manner. But no, that's what it is, and how I feel that it fits under the charts, under the columns. I believe it's a 1 and 2 type of deal where. The TEDx event, like I said, especially if you're inspiring innovation, is just to give the values, ideas that are out there that can lead students to understand what are things out there to help in a startup or to get their ideas across, and also is a venue at which you can learn more. It's a great event to also go to just to get more contacts as well. So 1 and 2, and then hopefully it inspires you to go to 3, but it's a 1 and 2 type of deal.